5 things you should never share with anyone. Let me tell you something profound. Your life is a precious gift, a treasure beyond measure. It is an intricate tapestry woven with unique experiences, aspirations, and challenges. But like any treasure of immense value, it must be protected, guarded with unwavering vigilance. There are specific, crucial aspects of your life, my dear friends, that you must shield from the public gaze. For in doing so, you preserve your integrity, safeguard your most cherished dreams, and pave the way for true, unhindered success. Today, we embark on a journey to explore 5 such profound truths. 5 things you should never share with anyone. These are not merely pieces of information, they are keys to unlocking a life of purpose and power. Lean in close, for what I am about to share with you transcends mere data. It is revelation. It is not just knowledge, but pure, unadulterated wisdom. And wisdom, my friends, is the most potent currency of greatness in this world. The first sacred trust you must protect fiercely is your dreams and visions. These are the very blueprint of your destiny, the incandescent seeds of your future, planted deep within the fertile soil of your soul. Yet, here lies a truth often overlooked, a subtlety many fail to grasp. Not everyone deserves to know your dreams. Why, you might ask, this discretion? Because your dreams are exceptionally fragile in their infancy. They demand meticulous, nurturing, steadfast protection, and the precise environment to flourish into magnificent realities. When you share your dreams prematurely, you expose them to the harsh, unpredictable winds of criticism, the corrosive acid of doubt, and the suffocating blanket of negativity. Consider for a moment possessing the seed of the rarest, most exquisite flower in the entire world. Would you thoughtlessly cast that delicate seed onto dry, rocky soil? Would you subject it to scorching heat or freezing winds before it has even had the chance to sprout, to gather its nascent strength? Of course not. Your innate wisdom would compel you to carefully nurture it, providing it with the ideal conditions: soft, rich earth, gentle moisture, filtered light, protecting it assiduously until it grows robust enough to confidently withstand the elements. Your dreams are precisely like that rare flower. They are utterly unique to you, a divine gift from the Creator Himself, imbued with your personal essence and potential. When you disclose them too soon, you run the profound risk of having them trampled underfoot by those who simply cannot comprehend their magnitude, or, even more dangerously, by those whose hearts are darkened by jealousy of your inherent potential. I recall a young man, his eyes burning bright with ambition, who once approached me. He spoke with fervent passion of his dream to fundamentally revolutionize education in his country. A truly beautiful, transformative vision, one with the power to profoundly impact countless lives. Yet he made the critical error of sharing every detail of this nascent dream with virtually everyone he encountered. His boundless enthusiasm, sadly, was met not with encouragement, but with a relentless barrage of skepticism. His innovative ideas were ridiculed, and his genuine passion was slowly, tragically dimmed by the constant, well-meaning, yet destructive, realistic advice from those who lacked his vision. Do not, my friends, make this same mistake. Nurture your dreams within the fertile, private sanctuary of your own mind. Water them daily with your unwavering determination, your relentless effort. Allow them to grow deep, unshakable roots, invisible to the world, before you unveil them. Remember, the mighty oak does not announce its presence when it is merely an acorn. It grows silently, steadily, gathering immense strength, until one day it stands tall, magnificent, and unshakable for all to behold, a testament to quiet, persistent growth. The second profound secret you must guard closely is your personal struggles. Now, some of you might be thinking, but isn't it healthy to open up, to embrace vulnerability? And yes, there is indeed a time and a place for genuine, selective vulnerability. However, let me state this unequivocally. Your deepest personal struggles are absolutely not for public consumption. In this current age of relentless oversharing, fueled by instant connectivity, we have, regrettably, lost the profound art of discretion. We have forgotten the immense power and sanctity of privacy. Your struggles, your personal battles, your moments of raw weakness, these are sacred, profoundly intimate experiences. They are the forge in which your very character is shaped, the intense fire that refines your spirit, purifying it and strengthening it. When you indiscriminately broadcast your struggles to the world, you invite a torrent of unnecessary opinions, often harsh judgments, and, tragically, sometimes outright exploitation. Not everyone who lends an ear to your problems genuinely has your best interests at heart. Some, sadly, may subtly or overtly use your vulnerabilities against you. Others may offer misguided, unhelpful advice that only complicates matters. And the vast majority will simply lack the capacity or experience to truly understand the profound depth and nuance of your unique experience. Furthermore, constantly vocalizing and dwelling upon your problems can paradoxically reinforce them in your own mind. It can make them seem infinitely larger than they truly are, far more insurmountable than they need to be. Instead of actively seeking and finding solutions, you risk becoming trapped in a suffocating loop of complaint and self-pity, hindering your own progress. I recall a woman I knew who was enduring a profoundly difficult divorce. In her raw pain, she shared every agonizing detail with anyone who would listen, seeking solace and validation. Soon, her deeply personal life became public gossip. People took sides, offered unsolicited and often harmful advice, and some even took advantage of her vulnerable emotional state. What should have been a private, introspective process of healing and personal growth tragically devolved into a public spectacle, one that only intensified her distress and prolonged her suffering. Learn from her mistake, my friends. Be extraordinarily selective about with whom you share your struggles. Choose wisely. A trusted mentor, a truly close and empathetic friend, a professional counselor or therapist. These are the rare individuals who can offer genuine, constructive support, insightful guidance, and a safe space for authentic processing. Remember, your struggles are an integral part of your journey, yes, but they are not and should never be your ultimate destination. They are merely chapters of your story that are still being written, still unfolding. Do not let the world read your unfinished draft. Wait. Wait until you have overcome, until you have learned the invaluable lessons, until you have profoundly grown through the experience. Only then, with wisdom and perspective, share your story as a powerful testimony of triumph, as an inspiring beacon for others who may be facing similar challenges, showing them the path to resilience. The third crucial thing you must keep incredibly close to your chest is your financial status. Money, my friends, is fundamentally a tool, not a trophy. It is a means to an end, never the end itself. Yet, in our contemporary world, money has regrettably taken on a significance far beyond its true practical value. It has become an artificial measure of worth, a superficial symbol of success, and, lamentably, a potent source of envy and judgmental comparisons. When you openly divulge your financial status, you willingly expose yourself to a complex web of complications, both subtle and overt. If you are doing exceptionally well financially, you may inadvertently attract the wrong kind of attention. People may begin to perceive you differently, not for the intrinsic worth of who you are as a person, but for the tangible assets you possess. You may find yourself unsettlingly surrounded by fake friends and calculating opportunists, individuals who are far more interested in the contents of your wallet than the depth of your character. Such relationships are hollow, transactional, and ultimately draining. On the other hand, if you are currently navigating financial struggles, sharing this sensitive information can lead to unnecessary stress, unwanted scrutiny, and even harsh judgment. People may begin to question your abilities, doubt your work ethic, or second-guess your decisions, often without full knowledge of your circumstances. They may offer unsolicited, often condescending advice, or, worse still, actively seek to take advantage of your vulnerable situation. I recall a young entrepreneur who had just secured a significant investment for his innovative startup. In his understandable excitement, he shared the exhilarating news with everyone, even exuberantly posting about it online. Soon, he was inundated with a relentless deluge of requests for loans, dubious investment opportunities, and can't-miss business proposals from total strangers. People who had never previously given him the time of day suddenly materialized as his best friends. The immense pressure and overwhelming distraction nearly derailed his burgeoning business before it had even properly found its footing. Your financial journey is uniquely your own. It is a deeply personal matter, best confined between you, your immediate family, and your trusted financial advisors. It is emphatically not for public knowledge or discussion. Whether you are a millionaire or currently struggling to make ends meet, cultivate the discipline to keep that information private. Instead of obsessively focusing on the numbers in your bank account, shift your focus to developing profound financial wisdom. Learn to manage your resources wisely, to invest strategically in your future, and to give generously but always discreetly. Remember, true wealth is not solely about how much you possess, but how judiciously and effectively you use what you have been blessed with. In the timeless words of King Solomon, wealth makes many friends, but a poor man is separated from his neighbor. Do not allow your financial status to define the quality of your relationships or the core of your self-worth. Keep it private and let your impeccable character, not the fluctuating balance of your bank account, be the genuine measure of your success and influence. The fourth strategic asset you must protect fiercely is your next big move. In the grand, intricate game of life, strategy is everything. And a pivotal, often underestimated, component of superior strategy is the element of surprise. When you prematurely broadcast your next significant move to the world, you irrevocably surrender that invaluable strategic advantage. Think about it. In the sophisticated game of chess, the grandmasters never announce their brilliant strategies before executing a move. The element of surprise is paramount. In the cutthroat world of business, successful companies do not reveal their ambitious expansion plans or revolutionary product launches until they are meticulously ready to execute, thereby catching competitors off guard. In professional sports, championship teams do not share their carefully crafted playbook with their opponents before the game. To do so would be suicidal. Why? Because knowledge is potent power, and the premature dissemination of that knowledge can severely weaken your strategic position, making you predictable and vulnerable. When you share your next big move before you are truly ready to implement it, you inadvertently give others the opportunity to interfere, to directly compete against you, to sow seeds of discouragement, or even to directly sabotage your efforts. You also place an unnecessary, often crippling, pressure on yourself. Once you have publicly announced your plans, you often feel an intense, almost inescapable obligation to follow through, even if circumstances drastically change, or even if demonstrably better opportunities present themselves. This can lead to rigid adherence to an outdated plan, stifling flexibility and innovation. I once mentored a brilliant young woman who harbored plans to launch a truly innovative digital health app. She was so incredibly excited about her groundbreaking idea that she simply could not resist sharing it with everyone she met. She spoke about it at networking events, shared intricate details on her personal blog, and even casually discussed it with potential competitors, assuming goodwill. By the time she had meticulously refined her product and was finally ready to launch, she discovered, to her immense dismay, that someone else had already beaten her to market with a remarkably similar product. Her premature sharing had cost her the invaluable first-mover advantage, a devastating blow. Do not make this same strategic error. Keep your ambitious plans exceptionally close to your chest. Work on them diligently, in quiet solitude. Perfect them in private, away from the noise and scrutiny of the world. Let your decisive actions speak infinitely louder than your words. There is immense, almost mystical power in quiet preparation, in the hushed, deliberate moments of planning and strategizing, where ideas are forged in silence and strength. Remember the ancient adage, silence is golden. It thrives in the quiet determination of a focused, disciplined mind. Your next big move should be like a sudden, unexpected thunderclap. Powerful, sudden, and utterly impossible to ignore. Do not let it be a mere whisper, easily lost and forgotten in the cacophony of premature announcements. This does not, however, mean you should never seek advice or input. By all means, consult with a carefully selected circle of trusted mentors. Seek invaluable guidance from bona fide experts in your specific field. But be extraordinarily selective about what you share and with whom. Choose your confidants with the utmost wisdom and discernment, and always maintain an essential element of mystery and strategic ambiguity about your future plans. In the profound words of the ancient proverb, even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. So, be wise, my friends. Keep your next big move a sacred secret until you are definitively ready to unleash its full power upon the world. Let your resounding success be your triumphant announcement, speaking volumes without a single word. The fifth and final profound truth you must guard with all your might is your innermost fears. Your fears, my friends, are akin to an intricate map of your deepest vulnerabilities. They precisely pinpoint the areas where you can be most easily manipulated, most effectively discouraged, or most decisively defeated. And in this complex, often unpredictable world, not everyone you encounter genuinely has your best interests at heart. When you openly and indiscriminately share your deepest fears, you are, in essence, handing over the keys to your psychological kingdom, granting others undue power. You are giving them the potential to subtly influence your decisions, to shake your deeply held confidence, and to subtly steer you away from your true, authentic path. Now, please do not misunderstand me. I am not advocating that you should never acknowledge your fears. On the contrary, self-awareness is absolutely crucial for genuine personal growth and mastery. But there is a vast, critical difference between acknowledging your fears to yourself or to a profoundly trusted confidant and broadcasting them indiscriminately to the world at large. Your fears are deeply personal, often intimately rooted in your past experiences, your unique upbringing, and your singular perspective on the world. When you share them without proper discretion, you invite misunderstanding, misinterpretation, and often unhelpful judgment. People who have not walked in your specific shoes may casually dismiss your fears as irrational or trivial, further isolating you. Others, more maliciously, may use this intimate knowledge to manipulate you, either consciously or unconsciously, for their own gain. I once knew a truly talented artist who harbored a profound fear of public speaking. He openly shared this fear, believing that verbalizing it would somehow help him overcome it. Instead, well-meaning but misguided friends and family members constantly tried to push him into speaking engagements, convinced they were helping him face his fear. That incessant pressure, however, only intensified his anxiety, nearly causing him to abandon his beloved art altogether. So overwhelming was the external expectation. Your fears are emphatically not for public consumption or debate. They are personal, internal challenges for you to confront and overcome, in your own time, in your own unique way, at your own pace. When you keep your fears private, you maintain complete control over your growth process. You can work diligently on overcoming them without the immense added pressure of public expectation, external judgment, or unwanted help. Moreover, when you refrain from constantly voicing your fears, you prevent them from gaining more unwarranted power than they intrinsically deserve. Remember the profound principle: what you focus on expands. When you constantly talk about your fears, you are inadvertently giving them center stage in your life. You are feeding them with your invaluable attention and energy, inadvertently allowing them to grow larger and more menacing, instead of cultivating courage. Courage, my friends, is not the naive absence of fear, but the triumphant conquest over it. It is the quiet, unwavering resolve to move forward, despite the tremor in your heart, despite the doubt in your mind. It is the silent, burning determination to grow, to challenge yourself, to become demonstrably more than you were yesterday. In the sacred privacy of your own mind, acknowledge your fears, face them, understand them, but never, ever allow them to define you. And certainly do not let them become public knowledge. Your journey of overcoming fears is a sacred, deeply personal one. It is an internal battle that, when won, will become a powerful, authentic testimony of your inner strength and unwavering resilience. In the words of the wise, the fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Put your trust in something far bigger than your fears. Believe in your boundless potential, in your inherent ability to grow, to adapt, and to overcome. Let that profound belief be louder, more resonant than any fear that seeks to hold you captive. These 5 things, your dreams and visions, your personal struggles, your financial status, your next big move, and your innermost fears, these are the sacred treasures of your life. Guard them well, protect them fiercely, for in doing so, you are not merely keeping secrets, you are profoundly preserving your power, maintaining your strategic advantage in life, and ensuring your inherent ability to grow, evolve, and thrive on your own unique terms. Consider for a moment a life where you are in complete, unyielding control of your own narrative. A life where your dreams are nurtured in the rich, fertile soil of your own determination, untainted by the corrosive doubts of others. A life where your struggles are faced with quiet dignity and profound resilience, your growth unhampered by unnecessary opinions or intrusive scrutiny. A life where your financial journey is intimately your own, free from the superficial judgments and unrealistic expectations of others. A life where your next significant move arrives as a powerful, world-shifting surprise, catching the world gloriously off guard with your brilliance. A life where your fears are confronted in private, systematically overcome through your own raw courage and indomitable resolve. That life, my friends, that profound existence, is absolutely within your grasp. It begins with a deep, intuitive understanding of the fundamental power of privacy. It starts with recognizing the immense strength inherent in silence, the profound wisdom that blossoms from discretion. It begins with acknowledging that not everything needs to be shared, that there is an immense amplifying power in what you deliberately choose to keep to yourself. This is not about isolation. It is not about constructing impenetrable walls or shutting yourself off from the vibrant tapestry of the world. No, this is fundamentally about establishing healthy, respectful boundaries. It is about deeply understanding that you possess the inherent right, indeed, the sacred responsibility, to protect the most valuable, intimate aspects of your life. Think of yourself as the esteemed curator of your own life's grand museum. You, and only you, decide what goes on prominent public display and what remains securely locked away in the most sacred vault. You consciously choose what to share with the general public and what to reserve for special, exclusive exhibitions. You wield the ultimate power to control the unfolding narrative of your own existence. In this modern age of constant connectivity, of incessant social media, of relentless oversharing, the conscious practice of discretion is a truly revolutionary act. It is a powerful declaration of self-respect, a profound statement that you value yourself and your unique journey enough to keep certain things deeply sacred, intensely private. Oh, my friends, I challenge you today. I challenge you to rise up and become the vigilant guardian of your own boundless potential, to be the unwavering protector of your most cherished dreams, to be the quiet, dignified keeper of your struggles, to be the wise, prudent steward of your resources, to be the masterful orchestrator of your strategic moves, and, ultimately, to be the indomitable conqueror of your fears. From this day forward, make an unshakable commitment to yourself, a solemn commitment to honor the sacredness, the sanctity of your personal journey, a commitment to deeply value privacy, to consistently practice discretion, to truly understand that not everything needs to be shared. Remember, the most profound transformations, the most powerful acts of growth often happen in profound silence. The tiny seed breaks open underground, hidden from view, before the mighty plant pushes majestically through the soil. The butterfly undergoes its miraculous metamorphosis within the profound privacy of its cocoon. Your own growth, your own transformative journey deserves precisely the same respect, the same sacred protection. As you leave this space today, carry with you this invaluable wisdom. Let it guide your interactions, inform your decisions, and shape your deliberate way of moving through the world. Let it empower you to seize full control of your narrative, to meticulously shape your life on your own uncompromising terms. You are the sole author of your life story. You decide what goes on each page, what remains in the refining draft, and what never even makes it to print. Exercise that power wisely. Use it with intentionality to craft a life of deep purpose, unwavering integrity, and authentic, resonant success. As you go forth, remember, your life is your message to the world. Make sure it is inspiring. Make sure it is authentic. Make sure it is unequivocally yours. The world is waiting for you, my friends. It is waiting for the unique, irreplaceable gift that only you can give. So, guard your treasures well. Nurture them diligently in private, and when the time is undeniably right, unleash them upon the world with all the force of your unwavering conviction and the unparalleled power of your deepest purpose. The journey does not end here, my friends. Oh no, this is merely the beginning, the glorious beginning of a life lived with profound intention, with crystal clear purpose, and with the kind of transformative wisdom that not only reshapes your own existence, but also powerfully impacts the lives of everyone around you. You see, when you guard these five sacred treasures, your dreams, your struggles, your finances, your next move, and your fears, you are not simply protecting yourself. You are preserving and amplifying your inherent power to impact the world in ways you cannot yet even begin to imagine. Reflect on this. Every monumental achievement in human history, every world-changing invention, every revolutionary idea, all began as a carefully guarded seed in someone's mind. They were nurtured in privacy, meticulously protected from the harsh, destructive winds of criticism and doubt, until they grew strong enough to withstand any storm, any challenge. It is not enough, however, to simply guard these treasures. You must also assiduously cultivate them. You must tend to them with the meticulous care of a master gardener, nurturing them with your precious time, your focused energy, and your unwavering belief. Your dreams, feed them daily with constant learning. Every single day, seek out knowledge that propels you closer to your grand vision. Read books voraciously, attend seminars, surround yourself with individuals who genuinely inspire you to reach ever higher. Your dreams are living, breathing entities, my friends. They desperately need consistent nourishment to thrive. Your struggles, face them with raw courage, but also with profound wisdom. Seek tangible solutions, not fleeting sympathy. When you encounter an obstacle, do not instantly broadcast it to the world. Instead, perceive it as a powerful opportunity to grow stronger, to become even more resilient. Remember, diamonds are formed under immense pressure. Your struggles are actively shaping you into something magnificent and unbreakable. Your finances, manage them with unwavering discipline and far-sighted foresight. Do not be swayed or distracted by the flashy, superficial lifestyles you see around you. True, sustainable wealth is built quietly, steadily, through wise, consistent decisions and the power of delayed gratification. Educate yourself about investing, about intelligently creating multiple streams of income. Your financial future is unequivocally in your hands, and it is far too important to be left to chance or external influence. Your next move, plan it meticulously. Research thoroughly, strategize deeply, consider all angles, anticipate all possibilities, but do it all in silence. Let your decisive actions speak infinitely louder than your words. When you finally move, move with such precision, such power, such undeniable impact that the world has absolutely no choice but to take notice, to acknowledge your brilliance, your fears. Ah, my friends, your fears are perhaps your greatest teachers. Do not run from them, but do not parade them either. Confront them in the quiet, intimate moments of your day. Challenge them, question them. Are they rooted in objective reality, or are they merely ephemeral shadows cast by your own doubts and anxieties? Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph, the mastery over it. I want you to understand something profoundly crucial. This wisdom I am sharing with you is not just about personal success. It is about becoming a person of immense influence, a potent force for good in this world. You see, when you guard these five treasures, when you cultivate them with meticulous care and unwavering intention, you are not merely changing your own life. You are positioning yourself to positively change the world around you. You are becoming the kind of person who leads by example, who inspires others not through empty words alone, but through the undeniable power of a life well lived. A life of profound purpose and integrity. Consider for a moment the extraordinary impact you could have if you truly mastered this wisdom. Imagine the profound respect you would command, not because you demand it, but because you have earned it through your unwavering integrity, your impeccable discretion, and your quiet, resolute strength. You will become a safe haven for others, a person of absolute trust in a world that often desperately lacks it. People will be drawn to you, not for what you could give them materially, but for the inherent wisdom you embody, the serene strength you exude. Your success will speak for itself, eloquently, without you ever having to utter a single word. And when you do choose to speak, people will genuinely listen, because they will intuitively know your words are backed by a life of deep purpose and conscious intention. This, my friends, is true influence. This is true leadership, not about fleeting titles or positions, but about becoming the kind of person others naturally aspire to follow, to emulate, to learn from. Let me warn you, this path is not an easy one. In a world that relentlessly celebrates oversharing, that glorifies instant gratification, that constantly pushes you to reveal everything about yourself, choosing discretion can feel like swimming against a powerful, relentless tide. There will undoubtedly be times when you will be sorely tempted to share your dreams prematurely, to broadcast your struggles for immediate sympathy, to flaunt your finances for superficial validation, to loudly announce your moves for transient attention, or to voice your fears for fleeting comfort. In those critical moments, remember, your true power lies in your ability to choose wisdom over impulse, to choose long-term, sustainable growth over short-term gratification, to choose unwavering integrity over transient popularity. Every single time you make that conscious choice, are not merely guarding your treasures. You are actively building your character. You are strengthening your resolve. You are becoming more of who you were profoundly meant to be. Here's the beautiful paradox. The more meticulously you guard these 5 treasures, the more profoundly you will ultimately have to give to the world. Because you are not depleting your vital resources through careless, indiscriminate sharing, you are amplifying them exponentially through careful, intentional cultivation. Your dreams, nurtured in private, will become so compelling, so powerful, that they will inspire countless others to dream bigger, to reach higher. Your dignified way of handling struggles, with quiet grace, will provide others with the courage to face their own challenges, knowing resilience is possible. Your financial wisdom, applied consistently over time, will position you to be an unparalleled blessing to others, a source of true empowerment. Your strategic moves, executed with quiet precision, will open doors not just for you, but for those around you, creating new opportunities. Your conquered fears will become a living testament to what is truly possible, encouraging others to bravely push past their own self-imposed limitations. This, my friends, is the transformative power of strategic silence and wise discretion. It is not about hiding or being secretive in a negative sense. It is about deeply understanding the intrinsic value of what you possess and treating it with the profound respect and reverence it unequivocally deserves. It is about recognizing that not everything needs to be shared, that there is immense, quiet strength in holding back, in keeping certain aspects of your life sacred and protected. In this age of constant, incessant noise, of ceaseless chatter, silence becomes a veritable superpower. The profound ability to keep your own counsel, to move with deliberate purpose rather than seeking constant fanfare, to grow without needing perpetual external validation. These are the unmistakable hallmarks of a truly empowered, truly influential individual. I challenge you today. I challenge you to become the absolute master of your own narrative, to be the vigilant guardian of your boundless potential, to be the wise, discerning steward of your life's most precious treasures. From this day forward, make an unbreakable commitment to yourself, a commitment to honor the sacredness of your personal journey, a commitment to deeply value privacy, to diligently practice discretion, to truly understand that your greatest power often lies precisely in what you choose not to share. Remember, the most profound transformations, the most significant breakthroughs invariably happen in silence. The seed breaks open underground, concealed from view, before the plant pushes through the soil. The butterfly undergoes its miraculous metamorphosis within the profound privacy of its cocoon. Your own growth, your own magnificent transformation deserves precisely the same respect, the same sacred protection. As you move forward from this very moment, carry this invaluable wisdom with you. Let it guide your interactions, shape your most important decisions, and dictate your intentional way of moving through the world. Let it empower you to seize complete control of your narrative, to meticulously shape your life on your own uncompromising terms. You are the sole author of your life story. You decide what goes on each page, what remains in the refining draft, and what never makes it to print. Exercise that power wisely. Use it to craft a life of profound purpose, unyielding integrity, and true, lasting success. As you go forth, remember, your life is your message to the world. Make sure it is authentic. Make sure it is truly yours. The world is waiting for you, my friends. It is waiting with bated breath for the unique gift that only you can give. So, guard your treasures well. Nurture them diligently in private. And when the time is undeniably right, unleash them upon the world with all the force of your unwavering conviction and the unparalleled power of your deepest purpose. Your future is brilliantly bright, your potential is limitless, and your greatest chapters are yet to be written. Go forth and write them well. The pen is firmly in your hand. The story is unequivocally yours to tell. Remember, the story you are writing isn't just for you. It is for every life you will profoundly touch, every heart you will genuinely inspire, every mind you will open to new, exhilarating possibilities. By guarding your treasures, by cultivating them with such meticulous care, you are not just building your own future, you are creating a magnificent, enduring legacy. Think about the great men and women throughout history who have irrevocably changed the world. They did not achieve this by thoughtlessly sharing every thought, every plan, every fear. They did it by focusing intensely, relentlessly on their purpose, by guarding their vision until it was fully matured and ready to be unveiled to the world in its complete, powerful form. You possess that very same potential within you. You have the inherent power to be a profound force for good, to leave an indelible, positive mark on this world. But it all starts with deeply understanding the immense value of what you possess and treating it with the reverence and respect it truly deserves. So, go forth from here with a brand new perspective. See your dreams, your struggles, your resources, your strategies, and even your fears as the raw, precious materials from which you will meticulously craft a life of unparalleled significance. Guard them, nurture them, and most importantly, use them wisely. Be patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a life of profound purpose and enduring impact. Every single day, with every conscious choice you make, you are either moving closer to your highest potential or subtly drifting further away from it. Choose wisely. Choose with unwavering intention. Remember, my friends, success leaves clear clues. Look closely at the lives of those who have made a real, lasting difference in the world, and you will find that they all share this common, powerful trait. They understood the profound power of discretion, the immense strength found in silence, the undeniable wisdom in patiently waiting for precisely the right moment. You are not just anyone. You are a unique, irreplaceable creation with a specific, divine purpose, with gifts that only you can truly give to the world. Honor that uniqueness by guarding it fiercely, by nurturing it consistently, by unleashing it strategically. The world does not need another copy, another echo. The world desperately needs your authentic voice, your unique vision, your true values, but it needs them in their fullest, most developed, most impactful form. And that essential development happens in the quiet moments, in the unseen hours, in the private victories that no one else witnesses. So embrace this profound wisdom. Let it seep deep into your bones. Let it become an integral part of who you are, guiding you in the smallest decisions and the largest ones. Let it be the unshakable foundation upon which you build a life of true, authentic significance. As you do, watch in amazement as your life begins to take on new, profound dimensions of meaning and purpose. Watch as your influence grows, not through superficial self-promotion, but through the undeniable, compelling power of a life well lived, a life of integrity and discretion. You are standing at the threshold of greatness, my friends. The path before you is clear. Guard your treasures, nurture your potential, and when the time is undeniably right, step boldly into your destiny with unwavering confidence, with clear purpose, with the unshakable knowledge that you are profoundly prepared for this moment. The world is waiting. Your time is now. Go forth and shine, for in your unique light, others will find their way, their own path forward. Your journey of impact and influence begins today, with this sacred commitment to wisdom, to discretion, to purposeful living. Remember, you are not just living for today, you are building for tomorrow, for generations to come. Every conscious choice you make, every secret you keep, every struggle you overcome in private, it is all part of a greater, more magnificent story. A story of triumph, of profound purpose, of a life authentically lived. Write that story well, my friends. Write it with courage, with wisdom, with the kind of intentionality that changes not just your life, but the lives of generations to come. Your legacy awaits. Your impact is imminent. Your time is now. Go forth and make your indelible mark on the world. Not with superficial noise, but with deep substance. Not with hurried haste, but with deliberate purpose. Not with crippling fear, but with unwavering faith in the unique, irreplaceable gift that only you can give.